Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube event. Now this one is interesting because this is actually being recorded after I have already done doing it, because there were just a lot of OCs in general that had to be drawn. It would have been like 2-3 hour long videos with very little commentary. I think that would have been very boring to watch. So that's why I'm doing a compilation after the fact instead. As always, if you want to participate in one of these YouTube events, make sure to join the Discord, link in the description. Full disclaimer here, I am not an artist, so this art style here, probably the best you're gonna get out of me, to be honest. So yeah, don't expect a lot really, just don't expect anything. Anyway, we have Strawberry Husker Cookie. And you know, being the first cookie, it kind of suffered from, you know, being early, so I was a lot more rough on the design. I mean, I shouldn't have really tried too hard, but I ended up like taking a lot more time into thinking about the design for the later one. But yeah, for the first one, it didn't really matter. I got some of the basic thing in, and they requested to not draw without the wings, so that's why I didn't draw it. Next up we have a Lazy Toast Cookie. Now they requested that I want to draw a negative sprite, and you know, something that would have been funny if I literally like inverted the color, but then I just like, nah, let's just make him angry. I think that would be fun. This being the second one, you know, it's still a bit rough, but I think it's fine. And then we have Apple Shore Cookie. You wanted me to draw him selling fizzy drinks, but you know, he already has like the whole thing, so I just made him hold one and then calling out the price. You know, 6-7 because it's funny. Nothing else to it than that. I think it looks fine. I think I forgot the hair actually. Yeah, like I completely forgot to draw the hair for this cookie, so bro is just bald. But it's okay, we're gonna move on to Blackcurrant Cookie. And this one is probably like the first like semi kind of going into complicated territory. Still pretty simple. The first one I have to draw like a huge sight. The markings on the eyes I'm not particularly impressed with, because it kind of looks like beard or something like that. But other than that, it looks good to me. I mean, good for my standards. These probably look terrible to an actual artist. And then we have Rainfish Cookie. They have to like draw bonus points for fish features, which I don't know, because like aren't there already fish feature on this? So yeah, this is probably the first one that like got me really struggling with the colors. Because this cookie has a lot of color, and that's a thing that you're gonna see me struggling with a lot for some of these designs. Because like I'm not coloring them, I'm just doing a doodle, but I want to also like put some colors in at least, so it's not just like all black. So yeah, that's just a lot of switching back and forth between different colors, which takes a long time. And that's why if I took the original video, it would have been like 2 to 3 hours or something. And then we have the evil freaking air cookie, and you know, I decided to change his pose and make him do the 6-7 posings because it's funny. But other than that, though, it's actually a pretty simple design, and it's fun to draw. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even ranking them, but like some of these are more fun to draw than others. Anyway, next we have Complicated Cookie. You're not even gonna tell me the name of this cookie. I think I kind of remember it, but yeah. This one also kind of suffer from having a lot of colors, but I think it's fine. I think this tree, the body of this tree is a bit too thick, but everything else looks fine though. You also notice that like my art style having the eyes are just like stickman eyes or something. It's not like the full circle, so I have to like make do with what I got. I can't do the pattern here, but for some of the later ones you might be able to see it. And then we have Star Skipper. They said to draw her with All Might's big grin, but I don't know who All Might is. It might be another OC of theirs, which I don't know, or it might be like a character from a game that I don't play. Uncultured alert. So I just draw her with like this face from the Bread Fairy. I think it looks funny. Actually, it stands out a lot from the other entries after I like take a full look back at all of them. This one really stands out because of the grin. I'm very proud of that grin. And then we have Evil Classes Twink. That's quite the description. Watermelon Agua Fresca. I put the hand up instead of down because I don't know, it's kind of funny. And like when I initially drew this, I was wondering like what the animal for the ducky tube was, and the creator has to tell me that it's a flamingo. But then like why isn't it pink then? And they said don't ask. So yeah, there you go. And then we have the Distorted Yolk cookie, the second egg cookie. This one is probably the first like actual like complicated design. Like, this looks so complex, and as you can see, it doesn't really translate well to what I've drawn here. I did my best. I got something going on here. Maybe the details kind of blend together a little bit too much, so you can't really see what's going on. But like if you just squint your eyes a bit, I think it looks great. And then we have Lemon Squares cookie. I think the colors I use for this one are probably a bit too bright. You know, it's kind of a thing like I basically restrict myself to only drawing on a white canvas, so I can't use really too bright colors, but that's what I have to work with. I think the shield could have been a lot better. I struggle a lot with that for some reason. And then this hands look so weird. But we gotta move on from that. It still looks alright. I think some of the colors could have been better. And then we have Bear Jelly cookie. I think I'm very proud of the posing of this one. I mean, it's not my pose. It's technically all tracing. Which yeah, I should also say the people are allowed to like make a request on how they want the cookie to be drawn, but if they didn't have a request, then I just literally like basically trace, like not literally tracing because I didn't like overlay the image and then trace it. I just put the I just try to copy it as best as I can because that's the fastest way to do it, and I don't know how to like do dynamic poses or anything like that. But this one looks fun though. I even drew the little bear jelly because why not? And then next up we have Candy Moss cookie, probably the only cookie that was like a traditional sketch. That's why I didn't have any color, that's why I have to went with like full black. I think it looks fine though. The design is also simple enough. I did have time to really draw all the other expressions, stuff like that. But it's simple. And this one really got me struggling. Ice Flower cookie. Like the first non-conventional cookie body. I mean, if you don't count this one, but I think even that one was a bit simpler. So yeah, I tried my best. The tail is like completely messed up going on there. And I think it's just a little bit too small. Generally, to draw like actual paws. I thought it was about like drawing cookies, guy. How did we get here? Oh, but don't worry, it's gonna get a lot worse. Don't worry. But yeah, that's Ice Flower. And then we have Seraphic Orchid, you know, the next complicated design, which I tried my best. I don't know why I make the face like that, because the request said to draw deadpan staring, so you know, that's what you got. Yeah, this is the first that got me like somewhat of a crashing out over like having to draw so many wings. Because like, that is a lot of wings. The more I drew it, like, why you have so many wings, bro? But like, other than the wings, the design itself isn't really complicated. I think I missed some stuff like the collar thing here. You can't. I always try my best to like at least copy the details on the design 100%, but that's inevitably gonna be stuff I miss. But anyway, moving on. You have Jasmine Tea Egg cookie. They said to simplify it, but you know, me being a perfectionist, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sure there's something I missed here still, but I try my best. I think the whole thing at the top here, I think I forgot like the whole buns, actually. Yeah, I missed that completely for some reason. I was like getting a little bit like worried for what's to come at this point, and I was kind of spacing out, but I think this design looks good. And then we have Dubai Choco with a Dubai Chocolate Labubu. I actually had to look up what a Labubu looks like because I have forgotten. I mean, it's not exactly the latest trend anymore, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I replaced the font with a natural Labubu, and then I changed the face to also be kind of similar to the Labubu. I think it's fun. I don't know if that's mischaracterizing it, but I think that one's one of the ones that I'm more proud of. And then we have a Raiders cookie. What a big cookie. I think I didn't do this one pretty justice because I kind of shrink him down. But like, I think it's fine if you can just like enlarge it compared to the other sketches, then I think it will look fine. I try my best, okay? But yeah, big cookies, I think those are gonna be my setback because I tend to draw these pretty small for some reason. And then we have Hot Pop cookie. One of the more unique eye design there. You see how like I try to do what I can there. I think I forgot the streak thing on the cheek, you know, because it's white and then white canvas. It's one of the things that it's just an inherent limitation that I put on myself. Other than that, I think this one looks really nice. And then we have spoiled egg cookie, the third egg cookie. I wonder why there are so many egg cookie. But yeah, as you can see here, like I literally just copied the post. If they didn't ask for a request. Yeah, it's boring, but hey, you already heard the disclaimer. I'm not supposed to be like an actual artist or anything, so that's what I did. I think even then though, the amount of details that I managed to put on like a simple sketch is fine. It looks fine. Now we have Slumber Moon cookie. You know, they gave me the pillow thing here, so that's why I was like, why not just make her hold the pillow? And it's also kind of like cheating in a way, because that makes most of the design on her being hidden, so I don't have to draw it. And you'll see a lot more instances of me like kind of cheating my way out of drawing the whole design. But I think other than that, this is one of the more dynamic poses that you'll see me drawing. So yeah, I'm not just like completely copying the pose or anything. But yeah, this feels nice. And then we have this guy, the whole tank. So like, I didn't actually pay attention to the requests at first, and I was like, I'm not gonna draw the entire train, you know? That's why I just drew the cookie itself, and I was like, why not draw the train like as a toy train on his hand that he's holding or something? And then I realized that he wanted me to replace the engine with like the Thomas the Tank engine. Yeah, so, and then I was like, just put a face on the toy train. You know, it was, whatever. I think they wanted me to like put an actual like a realistic image, similar to what this one did, but I didn't have time for that. So yeah, let's move on from that. We have Tutti Frutti cookie, another cookie that like I really suffer from having like you can do a lot of colors, but I tried this. And there's some colors going on there. I think I drew this one a little bit too small, but you know it's partly because it reflects on the design itself. The balloons could have been better. I like how like the balloons I drew, it looks like that they are two sad faces looking to the right. It's just coincidence, can't even say anymore. And then the last one for batch 1, Plasmatica Raven cookie. They said to draw him drinking tea, and that's what I did. I think I tried. It's kind of hard for me to draw hands that are not like in the position where it's all visible. I should have drawn like a line down here. Just like this hand looks like it's just floating or something. Or maybe that is like the sleeve in here actually. But yeah. The design itself, from my best, there are a few little colors. I think I could have done the staff better. Like this staff, it didn't have the spiky thing going out. But I think I fulfilled that part. The request well. So that's all the cookie in batch 1. Look at that. When you zoom out like that, like when I was drawing this for the first time, you know, and drawing cookie one by one, was like, what the fuck? But then I zoom out and see all the cookies in one, I was like, damn, I drew all of that. Hey, not saying I'm proud of these. That's still subpar compared to like actual good drawing, like even on like a doodle level anyway. Anyway, we have Tropical Variety cookie next. You know, this one relatively fun. This one was fun to draw in general, because you got all these little things here. Nothing much else to say about this one, I think. And then we have No Faith cookie. This one was kind of wide, really. Like you can see how like, I tried to copy the post again. I tried and got most of it. I didn't know how to do the static eye, so I just do it like that. There's probably some better way I could have conveyed that. And then, you know, that's this part over here, which is like supposed to be the white part over here, but like it's completely white, and I didn't bother to change it for some reason, so it just looks like there's some weird missing pixels there. But I think this pose looks nice. Like, it's one of the tall cookies that I actually prefer more. And then this cookie, goddamn you. This cookie is like everything I didn't want. Complicated design, a whole bunch of colors. And also really tiny details. So, you know, Try my best. This is what I came up with. Got the umbrella. The umbrella could have been a bit bigger there, but it is what it is. I think the dress itself, I think this is still like a bit simplified, but she looks like she's floating. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, let's stay at it. Like I want to see it more of it. But let's keep it going. Alright, seashell soda. You know, kind of similar to Blue Whale Cookie here. Did my best with this one. This one I think I'm also very proud of. Just because there are not like any glaring issues. But also she's holding a basket. So you know what that means. Then we got first cookie. It's interesting how like Witch's Castle basically made. Like they made the Witch's Castle lore of the first cookie related to the beast, and that's how more people are like getting into the Witch's Castle scene, making their own first cookies. I can't say for this one though, maybe this one already likes Witch's Castle from the start, but I think it's interesting to see more first cookies being made, because like, I was like, you know, the first cookies themselves, I'm going on a tangent here, but like, there are very limited ingredients you can do with the first cookie, so like, it feels weird to see like a lot of them. And this one, you know, you got the eye here like slowly, so that's what I try to reflect here. Limited. Had to do what I can do when the art style that I do is just that. And this one's really cute. Like, Petrushka. They said that he has mouse ears, so I was like, you know, screw the hat. I'm not gonna draw the hat and then put the ear in there instead, so it's funny. You know, another instance of me kind of cheating out there. Everything else though. I think the key looks a bit awkward, like it looks very bendy. Other than that, everything looks fine. And then we have Strawberry Creamsicle. And this one, I was like, I don't know what happened to me with this one, but I was like, why not draw her in the tea posing? I don't know what got into me. This soda thing is, this drink, it's like completely off the mark, and the burger, why is it red? But everything else looks nice. Sometimes you gotta shake things up, you know, you can't just draw the same pose over and over. And then we have Birdie. This one's, I am particularly proud of the expression I gave. It just looks very smug, even more smug than the design gives off for some reason. So oops. I think everything else looks nice though. I just really love that face. Like, I don't know why, but this kind of like simple expression that I've chosen for my art style kind of gives it a little more character. And then we have Ice Cube Cookie. They said that they wanted it to draw in the snowy habitats, but you know, I'm not gonna draw like an entire background or anything, so just a cloud with snow falling down. And yeah, they're happy about it. This is probably like the simplest design that I've drawn out of all of them, so that's why I was able to make it a bit more dynamic. I think it looks nice. Like, this probably could pass off at like a half-decent doodle of the cookie itself. Then we have Salted Cashew Cookie. Nothing much to say about this one. I made the... like, I was a little bit like wondering on the design of this cookie. What is this one supposed to be? Like, why do they just have like a giant arrow thing? And I still don't know, but someone could probably tell me in the comments or something. And then we have Butterfly Pea, which, you know, I don't see any butterfly or any pea in this cookie, but that's besides the point. I can still reflect the design well. You see how like I managed to draw the lines on the cheek as well. That's how you know that I'm actually trying to pay attention and draw all the details of the cookie. Which, yeah, the earlier cookies in batch 1, I was a bit more like going not paying as much attention, but I think I tried my best to do all the details. Then we have Space Saver, which is like probably the biggest instance of me cheating my way out of drawing the entire design. They said to draw Space Saver getting a good nice rest, so you know, I just put them in the bed. So you know, they just got the blanket covering it, and I don't have to draw the rest of the body. I have to draw with the face, the hat, and the hair. Which I almost forgot to draw the ponytail. It looks nice. There's still a lot of colors that will find you. So I'm glad I did the cheat. It looks really cute. And then we have Jammy Dodger Cookie. You said that you want them to draw her eating whatever you want. So I was like, Why not just take off like one chunk of her hair and have him eat that? Sorry if that's like bad or something. But hey, I'm just going with the vibes here. And that's what I got. The design itself, simple enough. Then we have... Wow, like... this creator really do not like this cookie at all. But anyway, this cookie looks like a tree. So that's why I was like, why not just have him like stuck to the ground and like making it actually look like a tree. Like probably you could draw some leaves over it too. But like overall though, not a lot of colors for this one, which I really like, so I don't have to change it as much. It's just like a green shirt randomly in there for some reason. But yeah. Next up we have, oh god, Blighted Yewberry and Royal Velvet being together. If you know, you know. So I basically cheated my way out actually drawing Royal Velvet 2 by just drawing a dot. If you know, you know. And yeah, this is what I got. Just have the dot. It kind of doesn't really show it well because Blighted Yewberry cookie themselves is also like a lot of red in the design, so like you could also confuse this red for like something else. And it doesn't really show well, but that's what it is. And then we have Saffron Cookie, which is... This one's probably what? Like, again, a very complicated design and I did my best here. This is probably also the point where I like gave up on like giving the staff thing actual weight. So it just becomes a stick. That's kind of funny. And also some other details too, but yeah, in general, I think I reflected the design well for this one. The complicated design ones, I feel like when drawing it, it's really painful, but after drawing it, looking back at it doesn't look that bad. Then we have Toasted Marshmallow. You said the draw I'm going fishing, so I was like, with a fishing rod or something. But then I saw that they got this thingy, so you know, why not just draw a fish on it? Very generic fish, I know. And you see here's where I like actually struggle to actually draw like an original pose because this does not look good at all. But yeah, fishing. Technically going fishing there. It would have been crazy if I tried to draw this cookie like sitting down. A sitting down cookie, probably my worst nightmare. And like using a fishing rod or something. Anyway, next we have Fruit Ribbon Cookie. This person said to draw it with a heart-shaped object, so you know, I just draw it with a heart necklace. And the design itself, very simple. Again, the color itself still a bit overwhelming, but this is more of a simpler side anyway. And then this one is funny. This one's Peach River. You said to draw her as a fish. Yeah, they said to draw the reference of fish gato affogato, but I don't really have that anymore, so I just used the tropical fish, the one that you sent, and draw it off that. And then I just gave some of the details in. Probably the biggest cheat of them all. But I tried my best. I don't know if that really reflects Peach River Cookie well, but it is what it is. Gotta have a few outliers sometimes. And then we have Fibrio Cookie. Nothing much to say about this one. I like how this person doesn't even know what the event's about, but yeah. I drew your cookie. Hope you're happy with that. Probably you're not very happy because I'm literally just copying the photos anyway. It's fine. And then we have Coffin Bread Cookie. You said to put him in the coffin, and that's exactly what I did. I tried to like thinking of the perspective to draw the door of the coffin. Because the details on the coffins, I think they are really cool, but ultimately gave up on that and just draw them in the coffin. In like the dead people's. Hopefully that's not like problematic or anything, I don't know. And then we have Sunlight Cookie. Simple enough. Not much going on here except for the hair, which is, you know, like basically like a lot of details for the hair for this one, and I basically just make it look like they have like bad hair or something. But hey, it looks like a sun and it looks good enough for me. The design, the shirt itself, everything else aside from the hair though is very simple, which is why it was more manageable. And then Jacko Cookie, probably the most accurate one. Actually had a lot of fun drawing this one. But I mean, hey, I'm literally just copying the pose again. So, not much to say about that, but this is probably the most fun one that I drew. Simple enough, it has a fun pose, and it's not a lot of details that makes me go scratching my head, or a lot of colors that have the color thing. And then we have butterfly pea, another butterfly pea cookie this time. Never actually checked the second one. I probably could have picked the color from here, but I was being like, I was being very extra and color picking from the cookie themselves. This cookie though, I really like the design of this cookie, but liking it one thing, drawing it is another thing because it's complicated as hell. And you can see that I tried my best with the cookie. I think that's so nice. It's like the butterfly and the eyes, but like other than that, like I can't really see with both of the cookies. I guess butterfly peas are supposed to be that color, the bluish. But other than that, I don't really know why. I mean, I've never seen a butterfly pea myself, so yeah. Then mocha cookie, another instance of me cheating my way out. You said to draw her in cozy PJs, and that's exactly what I did. And that basically, I avoided drawing the entire actual clothing of this cookie. And it honestly looked kind of weird, like probably you can't even tell that this is supposed to be your cookie. But I did my best with the hair and the staff. Particularly very proud of the staff of this one. And then we have the last cookie, or this is even a cookie. The last one of batch 2. Draw this dog staring at you. So all I did was just making it face you, the viewer, the POV, whatever is it, instead of going that side. And it's pretty simple to draw. I couldn't tell how to draw the smoke thing, so I just do it like that, and I think it looks kind of ugly and bad, but yeah. I think it's fun though. Probably could have like added extra shade of color to the eyes, actually. But yeah, that is all the cookies from batch number 2. And now going on to batch number 3, the final one. Sparkle dough cookie. Simple enough. Relatively simple colors. I just really like the pose of this one. I don't know why. It probably still look weird anatomy wise, but it looks fine to me. And then we have another unconventional cookie body design. You're gonna see a lot of that in this batch. And I want you to not pay attention to anything else but the drawing right here, right now. Don't see a very familiar red character up there. It's kind of spoilery in a way. But yeah, this is Toto Gao. You're not giving me the name. But I think I did a good job actually, like looking back on the design. I think this looks really cute. I think this one like hiding that design. There we go. But yeah, I really like this one. Like compared to the other one, the 4-legged one. That one was like complete disaster, but this one I actually really like. I think I forgot some extra colors there, but and then we have glassy Jedi dragon cookie. Yeah, I tried my best with this one. The hair is probably the most complicated part, and then the shirt, simple enough. Yeah, nothing much to say. You can tell by this point I was trying to draw the cookie a bit bigger, because comparing them to batch 1 and 2, the cookies were just very small, and the size was just all over the place. So I'm trying to do them bigger. And we have blue passion flower cookie. They seem to draw her singing or playing any instrument, and I was not about to torture myself drawing an actual instrument, so I just take the staff there and make it look like she's singing with it, like a microphone. And I think it looks fine enough. You can't even really see the staff that well anymore because it's blending in with all the other design. But yeah, the little thing, I don't know what you even call it, this pattern. That's the more unique thing that I remember about the design. And yeah. Next up we have Party Popper cookie. Very unique eyes for this one, like a star and a heart. And so I was like, hey, we got 2 shapes already, why not make the mouth a 3rd shape as well? So yeah. Probably shouldn't have done it like this. I mean stickman eyes and then this eyes. It's technically cheating in a way because like I said I wouldn't draw the circle eyes, but then I'm gonna draw these kind of eyes. It's kind of weird. But it is what it is. 2 party hats, because it's funny. And then we have caramel roll cookie. Another cookie with wings. I think this is the point where like in the original recording I started to have another crash out about the wings. I still can't remember that. I still can't forget that other cookie that like has a lot of wings on them. And I was very traumatized having to draw wings again. This one at least a lot manageable though. A lot of rolls, reflecting that rolls well. And then you got Sugar Skull picking herself. This one, you know, the cupcake. I wanted to draw it like the cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's, but I didn't remember what the face looked like, so I just draw it like that, and I was like, why not make the face look like that too? So matching, we're matching. But yeah. And then the next one, Butterscotch Milkshake. I remember this one from the gender video. But hey, I mean, that's technically on you, because you submitted it late, and the earlier cookies made me second guess myself. Other than that though, this looks fine. I think I make the face a little bit too like judgmental, even more so. A lot of these cookies I make the face a lot more expressive than the design. That's kind of silly. Try my best with the notepad there, I think I completely butchered that. And I think the face itself could have been bigger. Or I could have made the dress and the clothing smaller. Whichever worked. This one, I think if the anatomy was a little bit more accurate, it could have looked really nice. But it is what it is. And then you got Knuckles. Yeah. I think it's official at this point that every YouTube event is gonna have Knuckles in it. That's gonna be the inside joke from now on. Yeah, you know, because of fun, I drew him too, because why not? So yeah, you got an official Knuckle art from me, I guess. But batch 3 was filled with a lot of strange cookies. That like straying away completely from what a conventional cookie body looks like. But yeah, Knuckles. And then this one, Cotton Candy Club Cookie. Which again has so many damn wings on her. I was actually kind of scared. But actually, like, looking back at it now, I think this one came out really nicely with the colors and everything. You probably still can't tell the design, the details on it well, but if you just look at it from afar, well, it looks really nice. I just really love the colors. And then, you know, because for fun, I saw this little pattern here that looks kind of like a 5. And then I just drew an actual 5 on. I'm so sorry for that. And then this is a fun one. Choco Fondue Cookie. You said to draw it as terribly as possible with my non-dominant hand. So that's what I did. I drew her with my left hand. And it came out like this. I guess. Yeah. I try my best not to like overly correcting myself. There was a few instances of me like erasing some stuff, but overall that's what you got. That's what you get. Left hand, draw your mic. As if my drawing didn't need to get any worse. But yeah, we're just gonna move on from that. The Missile Bride Cookie, another complicated design cookie. And I think I did this one well enough. I am particularly proud of the design itself. Although I missed a few key details about the design that I guess I could have picked up on it. But like these white things, these are supposed to be bones, which I didn't realize. I was like, what is this white thing going on over here? So yeah, the face is just not broken at all, which is a shame. I think those, if I knew those were bones, I would have like tried to make something with those. That would be cool. So you know me, perfectionist. But yeah, I am proud of that one. And then we have Marshmallow Axolotl Cookie. You said they live in a dragon's corpse and not giving context to what that means, but yeah, you really need to give context for that. This one is just cute. I like it. I like how it turns out. I like how you got the whole double colors going on here, which makes me have to swap between the two colors. Other than that, the axolotl motif, I think it came through well enough. And then we got this one with a very long head, vanilla tart cookie. Yeah, nothing much to say about this one. Again, like, just a simple enough design that I think the hat, I screwed up the hat a bit. The hat should have been like a bit wider here. But yeah, I made it really tall for some reason. I think the staff, I did okay on it. Then we have Cinnabon. This one is just one of those that's like simple, but it's cute and it's fun, you know? You got this big whipping cream that I think I nailed that very well. And yeah, the design is simple too, so you can actually see what's going on. Like, I guess it's different appeal, right? Like with the more complicated design, you can sort of like see it from afar and like, damn, that looks good. But then for the simple design, you can also look at it and go, oh, that's cute. But yeah. And then you got another furry. You're evil for this one, Potty Candy. Probably the one that I don't know, really. Like, this is what I came up with, and I guess when I drew it, it looks really odd. But you know, looking back, I think it looks fine. I think the legs could have looked a little bit better, but I am not mad about the hands at all. I made the balloons really small though. It looks really tiny, so it looks kind of funny. But yeah, could have been bigger. I don't know. And then we have this cookie, which I forgot the name of, Rumbin and Stitch or something. This is the 67th cookie, which is why you see all these reactions right here. Another really complicated design, and you know, I try my best. If you guys can see the not very subtle references to what this cookie is supposed to be, then props on you for that. This one looks nice though. I think I can get behind this one. And then we have Parsnip Cookie hunting a vampire. And you know, vampire, so I was like, why not the vampire cookie transform into the bat? Vampire bat. And I actually did not remember the design of the bat at all, so this is what a close approximation of it, I guess. Looks good enough. And this is another one of those where you see my inability to draw dynamic poses really kind of screw things up, because the anatomy is all over the place here. At least the scissors is kind of like hiding it a bit, but yeah. If the anatomy were better, I think I would be more proud of that one. And then we have Keithy Bitterwell. Simple design, nothing much to say. I try my best to nail in all the design point of this cookie. Probably, no, I didn't miss anything, hopefully. The nose though, the nose kind of looks like the face, the mouth, which is inevitable when the design looks like this. But yeah, when my art style looks like that, it's kind of giving up the wrong impression. But and then we have Joyful Buttercup. This one, they didn't like provide the entire cookie in one, like the body and the face is just like they're separate for some reason, so I just threw them together. I think it comes up well. Probably the only cookie to have like lipstick on their mouth, so I tried to reflect that too. Hopefully that came out well. Yeah, I don't hate this one. Threw the little crown thing too. I don't know if it's supposed to be there or not, but yeah, it looks nice. I think this one looks nice. And then you got this abomination, the Muse Hydra. Yeah, like I said, batch 3 is filled of like unconventional cookies and stuff. And yeah, I tried my best. 9 faces, right? 9 heads? Yeah, 9 heads. And yeah, working with limited canvas space, try my best. I think I got something like at least like seeable in the end, I don't know. Seeable. It was fun though, I will admit, like this cookie was like very fun to draw. With all the different facial expressions. Every time I draw one of them, I keep smiling to myself. But yeah, I don't hate it, really. I don't know how the other people would say it. And then we have Bamboo Bark. And you know, the design itself, you know, it just really gives off absolute cinema vibe, which is what I did. Probably the hands are not supposed to be here, but I think if you just excuse a little bit, I think it looks well enough. But yeah, absolute cinema Bamboo Bark cookie. And then we have Mimolette cookie. Simple enough. Nothing much to say. This one. The first one with glasses actually. So I did that too. I mean, there's not much you have to do with this one. You just draw 2 big circles. And yeah, you got two big circles too. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I mean, we're going to get the last cookie here. We're running out of things to say. So yeah, this is the last cookie. The bird. Forgot the name of this one too. I'm so sorry for that. Again, like a lot of these, like I make the face look a lot more expressive for some reason. I don't know why. It just looks more expressive. I guess it just comes down to like the eyes in Cookie Run, particularly Oven Break. Like the Oven Break eyes are just like a flat color, so you could probably see it's like it's very expressionless. But I think that's just a Kingdom Only issue. You just gotta get used to it and fine. As for this design though, I almost kind of screwed up the hands, the feather thing, but I corrected it and I think it looks okay in the end. But yeah, and that is all the cookies drawn for this YouTube event. Read that message, it's very important. So yeah, that is all the cookie drawn for my event. Batch 1, Batch 2, Batch 3. If you submitted one, then go to the Discord, link in the description, go to the YouTube event channel and you'll see the high quality image there. Not that you actually need this for some reason. I don't know why. At the start of this I was like, oh man, it was so bad, oh, it was so bad, don't pay attention to it, it's all just for good fun. But then at the end of it I'm like, damn, I actually drew all of these? It doesn't actually look that bad. am I like fooling myself here? I don't know. But yeah, that is YouTube event Micros your Cookie OCs very poorly, proving all those AI artists wrong, that no matter your talent, you can draw. Pick up the pencil and draw. And that's it for this event. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next YouTube event, which should hopefully not be as complicated and time consuming as this one. Goodbye.